Welcome back to the 2013-2014 school year. We are looking forward to a great and wonderful year this year. Teachers, one of the things that we looked at the end of the year was from our surveys, and on the needs assessment we saw a very clear picture that we needed to increase parental involvement at Cloverdale. We know that in order to have effective schools, parental involvement is a key component in successful schools. When we reach out to high poverty schools and parents in high poverty schools, we see that we have a greater achievement. The research shows that there's greater achievement with parental involvement for those students. We see that students exhibit positive attitudes, behavior, and a strong sense of self-worth and self-confidence when their parents are involved. What can we do to help bring our parents into the school? We need to establish frequent communications using a variety of means and languages. Identify and implement practical ways to involve families. We need to work with parents to make their homes the center of learning. We need to establish contracts with parents to support children's efforts to learn. And we need to teach parents to read to their children, how to check their homework, and how to see and ask questions about their assignments. One of the things that I know we failed to remember is that parental involvement is required in two different areas federally. It is required in IDA 2004 when they reauthorized the Individuals with Disabilities Act, and we have to promote accountability with schools and with parents and with students, and with No Child Left Behind, that all students are accountable, and we're accountable to help parents understand the importance of their learning and help increase proficiency in reading and math. What is parent involvement? Parent involvement is the participation by a child's primary caregiver. It could be a single mother, grandparent, foster parent, and older siblings. We know that oftentimes grandparents are raising our children, or some of them are in foster care as well. Active involvement in educational goal setting and behavior support is considered parental involvement. In order to create a school learning community, I know we've talked a lot about professional learning communities, but this is really looking at how we can make our school more inviting to parents. We need to include educators, students, parents in the community, and partners who work together to come together to enhance learning opportunities for our students. We want to organize programs of school, family, and community partnerships with activities that link to the school goals. We want to look at research and field work that shows programs that have been proven to be successful to strengthen families, invigorate the community support system, and increase student achievement and successes. One of the things that we researched while we were looking into trying to increase parental involvement was the Epstein model. It requires a deeper involvement than just parents coming to a PTO meeting. A school learning community welcomes all families, no matter what race, what religion. We welcome them all, and we have a place for them. A school learning community puts a laser focus on student achievement and learning successes for students. A school learning community works with many partners to increase student learning opportunities and experiences, and schools have a vested interest in becoming a true learning community. The Epstein model has 6 different components to her parental involvement plan. And what we want to do is, I'm going to ask that each of your grade levels select one of the types of learning, one of the types of parent involvement to increase the learning and achievement within your grade level. So I just briefly want to discuss those real quick so you can decide as a grade level which one you want to embrace and build a plan around. The 6 areas are parenting, communicating, volunteering, learning at home, decision-making, and collaborating with the community. Type 1 parenting. This is where we assist parents with parenting skills and give them family support and understanding about their child and their developmental stages in school. And we want to help them create a home environment that encourages learning as well. And some sample practices here would be to have a place for children to work when they get home. We can video workshops, presentations, send messages through the children's folder, family support programs to assist families with health, nutrition, and other resources, and home visits to build that bridge and connection between school and home. Type 2 is communicating. Communicating with parents about school programs and student progress. It creates a two-way communication between school and home. Some things we want to look at is conferences with every parent at least once a year, language translators to assist families in need, weekly or monthly folders of student work sent home to review and make comments, parent-student pickup of report cards with conferences on improving grades, and clear information on choosing school or courses that students can take. Volunteering. We want to be able to improve the recruitment, training activities, and schedules to involve families as volunteers and help them feel welcome in the school. We want to enable educators to work with volunteers who support students in the school. Some sample practices here that we looked at were school and classroom volunteer programs to help teachers, administrators, students, and other parents. Parent room or family center for volunteer work, meetings, resources for families. Annual postcard survey to identify all available talents, times, and locations of volunteers, and have parenting classes at the school, parents patrol, or other activities to aid safety in the operation of the school program. Learning at home. This involves families with their children and academic learning at home, including homework, goal setting, and other curriculum-related activities. This is encourages teachers to design homework that enables students to share and discuss interesting tasks. We want to also think about our 7 habits and how we can use our data leadership notebooks to further communicate with parents so they know exactly where their children are and they can share in those goal-setting activities that we use. Decision-making includes families as participants in school decisions, governance, and advocacy activities through school councils or improvement team committees and parent organizations. We want to increase our participation in PTO, advisory council, and community activities, independent advocacy groups to lobby and work for school reform and improvements. Also, we want to look at the district level councils and committees where our families can serve on those in the decision-making process. And lastly, the 6th type of involvement is collaborating with the community. We want to be able to, as a school, coordinate resources and services for our families and students. We want to build a community within the school, including businesses, agencies, and cultural and civic organizations, and colleges and universities to come and help assist in any areas that we need to help our students succeed in academic achievement, student achievement. Sample practices would be here, information for students and families on community health, culture, and recreational activities and services, information on community activities that link learning skills and talents, including summer programs for our students, service integration through partnerships involving schools, civic and counseling, cultural, health, recreation, anything that's really going on in the community and helping the community come to the school. Some starting points that we might want to look at when we begin the year is complete an inventory of present practices that we have as far as family and community partnerships. We want to outline a vision of how practices and partnerships will develop and improve over 3 years. We want to prepare a detailed 1-year plan. How can we get started and what is critical now? Evaluate school, family, and community partnerships program each year in order to improve practices. Thank you very much.